Hi YouTube, how are you? Welcome back to my channel. My name's Elizabeth. I have not been here since September. I think it was September 2025, Virgo season, where I had to pull my energy back. And I'll put a pin in that. I'll touch on that a little bit later. I wrote some stuff out that I wanted to say. Today I'm going to start with the energy of today. It's January 14th, Wednesday, January 14th. We have the moon in Sagittarius, sextiling Pluto. We have Mercury in Capricorn, opposing Jupiter retrograde in Cancer. And we have Venus in Capricorn, sextiling Saturn in Pisces. Maybe it's this energy that's prompted me to come on and say something. I've been really sitting with the 2026 energy, chewing on what I wanted to say, how I wanted to say it. There's a lot. We have a really fast-paced year. There's a lot of dynamic energy coming in. And I think I really found my voice and what I wanted to say. So, let's begin. So 2026, it's a 1 year. It's a 10-year. 1 plus 0 is 1. If I look at it as a 10-year, for me, I see it as it being also a year of co-creating with the divine. 1 and 0. 0 being the divine, the infinite, the void. It's a year of the fire horse that we move into on February 17th. And then on February 20th, we have our first really pivotal big moment that everybody's talking about, and that is the 0 degrees of Aries with Neptune and Saturn. I'm going to tell you what I feel and what I've tapped into, and it wafts back and forth from the ending of 2025, which was a year of endings. It was a 9-year. And moving into the 2026 year. For me, I'm just trying to take it 1 month at a time because there is so much. And if I step too much forward, I'm not here in the present moment. And being new to astrology, well, fairly new as far as talking about it, learning it, studying it, it works for me to stay in the more present time. Although I don't go out and come back in. So this year to me is a year of the collapse of conditioning. Because it's a 1 year and everything is new, when we start to build these new structures, there's just not the energy to hold the old. So they will collapse. It's inevitable. I think we all know this. Knowing energy or situations or structures or how it's going and it's not going to work is one thing. Living through it is a completely other, it's just totally different. It's easier just to talk about it and surmise things, right? But when we're in it, I mean, we're feeling it. It's a lot. And I think we're going to feel a lot this year. I think it's exciting. I think it really depends on where you are at on your own personal journey. But the only way forward is through. And the only way through is in our heart space. And I think that's what I mostly wanted to come on and talk about today, because it's our heart space. It's where our divine awareness sits. And we have to be able to tap in there if we want to access our highest vibrational self, our highest expression. And my question to you is, are you aware of your relationship with yourself, with your higher divine essence? It's really something to think about. I know I had to sit and think about it. Thought about the question, but then I had to sit and feel into it. I will say this, spoiler alert, you cannot be in fear and be in the present moment at the same time. So if you're feeling, confused, fearful, if you're feeling doubtful, really stressful about where you're at, then you're operating from like an ecosystem. It's a story, and you're just attaching yourself to that. But when we drop into our heart space and we're in the now moment, we are in awareness. So I wrote here, there is a quiet, subtle energy that the more we practice, the more we become aware of that subtle energy. And the more we become aware of the subtle energy, the stronger, the brighter it becomes as a guiding light for us, within us. And this is where I know this is true for me, because I've been practicing daily for the last 7 years consciously. I've focused on my practice. It's evolved a lot over the 7 years. But I can say, heart to hand to heart, yes, I've done that. I've really put effort. I will also say, I have one of the placements that I have in my chart that I really like, that I came to realize through astrology, is I have Neptune in my 6th house. So a daily practice for me, it's pretty easy. Like, it comes pretty natural. In fact, it's something I have to do. So I do understand that it can be really efforting, depending on your energy and the chart that you came in with, the path you chose. So I don't discount that if you struggle with that. Like, I get it. But I will say, consistently sticking with this practice and allowing it to evolve and grow and evolve and grow and change me has brought me to a place of really seeing how conditioned I was, how I was living in the conditioning. And in seeing that, I also learned and had a better understanding of the part the conditioning played in my soul's journey, and what I had to learn, and how I wanted to evolve as a soul. So it's been a very tumultuous 7 years in that regard, but man, I wouldn't change it. I wouldn't change any of it, because it's brought me to this peace in here that you cannot get outside of yourself, no matter what. You just can't. You got to get clear here first. So, like I said, with that being said, in 2025 in September, I was asked to pull my energy back, and when I did so, that's when I really landed here on Earth. And I know that's going to sound a little bit crazy to some people, but it's true. I have spent most of my life with one foot on Earth and one foot somewhere else, anywhere but here. And it's taken me quite a while to loosen the grip that the conditioning had on me. But I have done that. Maybe there's more to be done. Who knows? I guess I'll find out. But where I am right now, I can see it. And, 15 seconds of insane courage. Feel the fear and face it anyway. So that has helped me. So what pulling my energy back has done is because when I had to do it, I was like, oh my God, this is not how I planned it, blah, blah, blah. But when you listen, when you follow that inner guidance, you pull yourself back, it propels you forward faster. And when I say propels you forward, it's more of a deepening in yourself. And so I wanted to share that with you, especially if you're going through anything or you're starting this new year and you feel a little discombobulated. You're right on time. We are all exactly where we need to be. And if, this 2026 we all signed up for. We're all here because we chose to. The other thing I wanted to say was that on higher dimensional levels, higher dimensional realms, it's easier to see things, but where we're at, you know, in this human existence, it comes in more subtle ways. So that's why that's why getting quiet is where we tap in and learn and understand that language, because we're consciousness, right? We feel, we tap into the subtle energy long before our mind ever can explain it to us. So it can take some time to understand that language, but you know, it's a journey well worth taking. And it's doable, it's learnable, but it takes practice daily. And you know, that's Saturn. Saturn is about setting up the structures, doing the daily work, showing up. And Neptune's about the dream. So, you know, we're at this new pivotal point for humanity, for yourself. We're moving into this, you know, we're in this age of Aquarius. I always think of it as, you know, the Three Musketeers, all for one and one for all. What you dream for yourself is spilling out into the world. And we have a new moon coming up this month on January 18th, the end of this week. That's Capricorn. That's ruled by Saturn. So we're really putting some seeds. We're setting some seeds. There's, we're really planting seeds. And as the seasons progress, so does that seed. So I think the best way, or certainly, I don't want to tell you the best way to do it, but I think a very fortuitous way of doing something, or something to bring into reality, is to follow your curiosity, your excitement, and let go of the worry that comes with it, aka the stories. The other thing I'll say about stories that I've learned is I like to think of stories now, for me, like my stories, as experiences. For me, stories kept me in a kind of a dark, lower type energy, where I stayed in the venom of a lot of my stories, and that crippled me. And so the last 7 years have helped me to untangle all of that. And it's just a much nicer place to live, when you can look at fears and watch them, you know, slowly dissolve away. Maybe not dissolve fully away. That's more of an integration, because, you know, everything that happens is a part of us, and it's all a teaching, and all parts of us are beautiful. Stories that we feel, or experiences that we feel, maybe aren't of our highest self, or not. And that's why we're here, to have a human experience. And there's lots of different emotions and experiences along the way. So I think I just really botched that, because I just repeated myself twice, but hey. Okay, so yeah, letting go of the stories, aka experiences. We're safe. We are safe in all ways, always. So I will leave it with that. 13 minutes already. And then I'll see where I want to go in 2026. We have some beautiful energy moving right now with the sun in between Venus and Mars. I mean, it's incredible. Incredible. We're all incredible. Bye for now.